Hello and welcome to Fields of Isis. It's becoming a pretty popular map lately. Cybran on cybran game between IridiumBLOWS and Yann. Of course, IridiumBLOWS is one of the finalists from the Worldwide People's Championship. I'm not going to ruin it for you in case you haven't watched it, but some pretty good games. The last game is on this map. And actually, I watched some of the beginning of this one. I'm not really sure who wins, but Iridium does the exact same build here as he did in the finals. Yann, of course, if you look at the scores much further in the global rankings, IridiumBLOWS 1699 just squeaked by the limit. Yann, of course, would not be eligible. One of the top ranked players, most likely. A player from France, Iridium from United States. Here we see a hunter from Iridium. He's going to try to deny the Hydra. And then a whole bunch of power. Looks like 7 power. So second air is definitely a possibility. Not really clear for Yann, but Yann has a whole bunch of orders for one of his first engines. He's going to get a lot of free rocks. Then a raider. On this map, a raider in this position is crucial. It really tells you everything that might happen. This hunter not finding anything from Iridium. I think I'd like to get some feedback from people. Right now I'm playing this at +2. Played all the finals at +0. Also, the last sentence I casted was at +1. So see what people like the most. Also, I think the volume levels should be pretty good in terms of the game versus my voice. So you can see an NG getting 2 mass extractions and a Hydra, good protection from a Mantis. And Yann up on top. The first kill of the game is with the ACU. Takes out the hunter. Burn NG with him. He's going to get that Hydra. So really different styles of play. Here comes an air factory. And this is the strange thing that Iridium does. Should be pretty effective. It's a ghetto. Cybran ghetto, very unexpected. Jesters are the unit that's usually used. And here, this is where this raider is going to play a huge role. The ghetto is going to be obvious on the raider. We should see a quick response from Yann. Go straight to the flak. And those few seconds before the engineers die to the ghetto are really critical. And as soon as you get a flak, any kind of ghettos or gunships get shot out of this guy very quickly. So a bit unfortunate there from Iridium. He kind of put himself in a hole with that strategy. Point defense from Iridium. Point defenses on these choke points always very effective. Hydra's finished for Iridium. He's going to get a couple land factories with his ACU. And Yann actually getting an upgrade. He's going to get the gun. Here comes some bombers now from Yann. Iridium. They also have some interceptors, but it looks like it's going to be 2 versus 1. And Iridium has lost air control, and that really sucks given that he's going to get bombed. We should see some flak coming out soon. And, oh, this is just really bad for Iridium. And Yann also has a Mantis. They're both aerial and land bombardment. All kinds of problems. All this power that's all right next to each other is very vulnerable against the bombers. We're seeing the 4th line factory now coming out from Iridium. Iridium moving in, no upgrades. Directly add to Yann. Of course, once again, this raider making its mark. Yann knowing that the ACU is moving in, you can tell by the speed at which it moves relative to the Manti. And getting ready with some point defenses. Meanwhile, Iridium's base absolutely getting crushed. And that's not surprising, at least looking at the scores. Very much one-sided here. First 6 minutes, the overall strategy from Iridium absolutely failed. Now Iridium finding himself running into point defenses with absolutely no air control. In terms of map control, he's actually doing quite well. Actually has a slight advantage. Yann nearly done with his gun upgrade, and that's going to create all kinds of problems. No land engagements through the top. Iridium pushed up against the base and now deciding to retreat. Waiting for a couple flak to come in. We do see the Air Force for Iridium getting rebuilt, and also his power at half the cost, given all the wrecks that were left by Yann. More land factories. This is only the 2nd land factory from Yann, so that's one big difference between these 2 players. A lot more land, a lot more factories overall from Iridium. Of course, the gun for Yann, and he's going to move back. He will have to compensate, given a pretty significant land unit number advantage. Nice Manti taking out engineers, and still this raider, the key unit for the first parts of the game, is going to be taken out by a Mantis from Iridium. That's basically taking away the eyes of Yann, and that's should be crucial. Point defense against air is not something you see every day. 3 kills. Still effective if the air lands, and Yann now with the gun is going to pick up a whole bunch of veterans. It's going to be full retreat for Iridium. Also a whole bunch of units support, quite a few arty for Yann. Of course, anything that's Tech 1 will not be able to defend against this ACU and the arty. Iridium decided to throw in all of his units at Yann, and now maybe going for the kill, but that's not going to happen. He is going to be outgunned. So Yann will pick up. He's not making a mistake shooting at units. 22 kills, also bombers from Yann. Massive air fight that looks like Iridium will take. So Iridium really clawing his way back into this game. He's used this map advantage, stay in it, has land advantage, and now will have to retreat anyway. A big reclamation field for Yann, and he's going to go ahead and take all that mass. Also a great Mantis here that snuck in for Iridium. Yann absolutely abandoning the top position. Lost a Raider, probably won't lose a mass extractor. Good defense, but a single Mantis doing damage. Yann now with an advantage, getting a point defense to retreat to. Looks like he's going to go on assault. Iridium, meanwhile, getting a gun of his own. And Iridium actually taking the lead in terms of the score. He's actually got Tech 2 mass extractors. It's a bit of upgrading there from Iridium using his map control, perhaps anticipating that he will lose the map control, so reconciling it into a mass extractor. And Iridium now with a gun of his own. So now it's going to be very even in this position. It's going to come down to micro and perhaps a bit of luck. And once again, Iridium showing that he's a very good player. And that almost makes me worried, because there's only one really good player from France, and that's Lucian. But I don't think Iridium's quite that good. But hopefully he isn't some crazy smurf. I don't think he is, although he's playing very well in this one. Iridium quite low on health, 13 kills. Yann sitting on 58, a huge difference. That's that early gun, and he will survive. He's going to get 64, that's some timely veterancy. But Yann, this is how map control just absolutely shifted. Yann back to his original base with only no Tech 2 mass extractors. Try to rebuild that radar, he's going to lose it once again. Great stuff from Iridium here, minute 12. He's absolutely in control. Much more map, much more mass. He's got the gun, but he is running low on health. This is ACU from Yann, now 78 kills. Much more powerful. No more Tech 2 mass extractors from Iridium, choosing to put it all into land. Actually getting some more land factories, so pretty advanced land factories. He is betting on the fact that he will keep control of this position. Yann 80 kills. You can see he's regenerating at 44 mass per second, 44 health per second. Of course, the damage from an upgraded gun is 1,000 damage per second, so it's nearly half. Of course, the upgraded gun 200. So a quarter of the damage from the AC gun is neglected just by the veterancy of Yann. Yann with a counterattack on the bottom with engineers, going to grab his Hydra back, some mass extractors. Also pretty good reclaim, and artillery is going to negate the point defense. That might create some problems for Iridium, so Iridium beginning to lose map on 2 different fronts. He's going to take a chunk of his units and pull them back, not to leave his base exposed. At the same time, Yann moving in, 90 kills. And this is where perhaps it was a mistake from Iridium to make factories in such an advanced position. We do see Tech 2 land now from Iridium, some hoplites. They got to keep their distance. Don't want to see them get sniped. And another pretty big assault at Yann with 100 kills. Important fight up on top. Looks like a few units from Yann sneak by. And a Jester. Iridium trying to use his air control, which didn't really have. And once again, Yann is going to lose his Hydra. Meanwhile, Yann with 113 kills, Iridium 20, with only 4,000 health. Now we're seeing some Wangers. Really nice tank. This is kind of crazy there from power storage is on the front lines. Not surprisingly, get taken out. That's 500 mass thrown away by Iridium. Iridium needs to build up his Tech 2 force. And this is something Yann is taking control of. Big battlefield, a lot of reclaim. Here, minute 17, Yann sitting at nearly 5,000 reclaim. Iridium at 3,000, so a big difference. At the same time, though, Iridium once again taking over the whole right side and actually beginning an assault directly on Yann's base. Yann pushing up and Iridium forced to retreat. He might lose his Tech 2 engineer trying to get out. Dies. Meanwhile, a couple Manti behind Yann's base are going to die in a Jester. Looks like it's air control from Iridium. This Jester very much unprotected. Tech 2 land factory is lost by Iridium, and he's retreating all the way back to his starting position. These are huge losses for Iridium. Big reclaim. This is nearly 2,000 reclaim here for Yann. Jester is trying to fight back. Iridium getting a new Tech 2 land factory, having the Manti assist. And this is not going to last for too long. Iridium trying to grab these mass extractors, but a counter from Yann. So Yann beginning to turn this game. It's really this gun and 153 kills for the cybran ACU, a great ACU. That's really been the big difference in this game. Iridium, meanwhile, getting Tech 2 engineers. Tech 2 point defense is going to play the turtle. Once again, that game with Carlitos, where he turtled on this map, stayed up on top. Very different from this one, but he's shown that with enough reclaim, he can go ahead and do that. Although the reclaim is well in Yann's favor. Jester versus Artie. Very important Jester, denies that Artie. Iridium is going to get to keep those mass extractors a little longer. But complete loss for Yann, and he's actually going to rebuild directly on Iridium's old factory. Is going to get him half price. No Tech 2 yet from Yann. He's all Tech 1 and all reclaim. But if you remember 10 minutes ago, this was an absolutely mirror image of what's happening now. Iridium relegated to his corner. And it doesn't look like he's going to be able to hold on to those units for too long. He does have a couple nice Tech 2 point defenses, so any kind of Tech 1 assault from this direction on Iridium's base is likely to fail. Iridium, meanwhile, taking his Tech 2 forces. I believe these hoplites were built by the original Tech 2 land factory. Jester gets hit by a bunch of Artie. What a waste, but a Tech 2 force, Tech 1, Tech 2 force moving in from Iridium. He's going to try to push Yann back to a starting position. Also some engineers in the area and the ACU for Iridium. So Iridium leaving his base with 3 Tech 2 point defenses and his shield is being upgraded. Could be dangerous given the volume of units that Yann has. And now it looks like Iridium will retreat. Meanwhile, Iridium making really big progress. You can see some engineers secure this position. Some Tech 1 point defenses for Yann, but of course the hoplites, it's unfortunate hoplite dies. Hoplites can go ahead and outrange these. It's going to take a lot of micro for Iridium to maximize his advantage. Meanwhile, Yann, another power storage in a strange position from Iridium, gets taken out. I think that was the only power storage for Iridium, and Yann forced back 157 kills. Engineers coming in from Iridium is going to try to go ahead, take the Hydra, take the reclaim, 2 extra mass extractors. 4 hoplites moving in on Yann's base. Minute 23. Yann sitting on 10,000 reclaim, about 500 power. Iridium only 4,000 reclaim, 3,000 power. So Yann nearly 6,000 extra mass reclaim, plus quite a bit still left over on the left side, but map control very much even. One big difference, of course, Iridium does have a nice Tech 2 point difference. He's got 6 of those, 5 of those. Getting some Tech 2s, getting his 3rd Tech 2 point defense. But mobile missile launchers now. We're seeing Tech 2 land from Yann. That's the counter to the point defenses. It will create all kinds of problems for Iridium. Iridium, meanwhile, trying to use his hoplites, taking out Tech 1 point defenses. I don't see any Tech 2 mass extractors yet for Yann, so the advantage of extra 3 mass extractors that Iridium's going to have, the Tech 2s, is going to be significant. See TMD now going up for Iridium. It's going to take a lot of TMD to counter the mobile missile launchers from Cybran. Of course, once they get hit, they split up into 3 missiles. They take a total of 4 shots to completely negate a single missile from Cybran MML. Hoplites getting killed. Looks like Iridium forgot about his hoplites. And one Manti get close to him, they get absolutely demolished. And once again, Iridium building up on Yann's side. These units are not going to last too long. More hoplites moving in. These mobile missile launchers, as they build up, Yann taking some shots from point defense. You can see it's just a matter of time with enough mobile missile launchers. It's nearly impossible really to deny mobile missile launchers with TMD. For every TMD that you make, it will just make a couple more mobile missile launchers and completely deny it. Stealth going up for Iridium. Iridium now moving out with his ACU. Perhaps going to try to overcharge these mobile missile launchers. They're going to go ahead and retreat. But map control firmly in Yann's favor now. A whole bunch of Tech 1 already moving in. They just might flank Iridium's base. He does have some hoplites in position. Iridium retreats. Now sitting on 3 Tech 2 and 1 Tech 1 mass extractor and nothing else. Everything else belongs to Yann. 7 mobile missile launchers from Cybran. These missiles really not being countered. Hoplites, 7 hoplites, 6 hoplites for Iridium. With proper micro, they will take on this whole Tech 1 force. It's going to take a lot of attention. Iridium trying to force back the mobile missile launchers. It's always a good thing to do, to give you a shield to break so they can recharge. And looks like Iridium really needs that Tech 2 power to keep his shield up. Versus Stealth taking 95 power, 2000 power for the shield. Tech 2 power is now online. Hoplites now kiting Artie. Should get a lot of kills from these units. Yann forced to retreat. No Tech 2 point defenses for Yann. Still just a mobile missile launcher spam non-stop. And these are definitely working out. Iridium now might be in overcharge range. He's going to force these back. It's a very important move to force it back. 2 ACUs begin shooting at each other. On the other side, we see hoplites continue to get damaged. This force got about half as big. Now the hoplites can move in, deny those mass extractors. Now Iridium getting some overcharges, and this is very important. I think about half of the mobile missile launchers just died there to Iridium's ACU. And of course, Iridium does have a nice place to retreat to, given his Tech 2 point defenses. We've seen this game transition from the Tech 1, Tech 2 land stage into the point defense and upgraded ACU stage, where it's all about ranges, completely different micro. On the other side, we still have the kiting micro, and it looks like the hoplite's the best kiting unit than Tech 2. He's going to get the victory, and once again, Yann is completely exposed to any kind of land attacks. Seeing a big Tech 1 bomber spam now from Yann. Iridium 41 kills. Still a lot of mobile missile launchers. Now 2 shields for Iridium. Much more secure. See at least 4 TMD. I'd love to see Iridium go ahead and once again attack the whole left side. A whole bunch of Tech 1 bombers. Curious to see what Yann is planning on doing. And past this point, I really have no clue what's going on, so this is quite interesting. See Yann having a whole bunch of Tech 1 RD and a whole bunch of mobile missile launchers standing by. Also some wangers. Not really sure why he needs those. Mobile missile launchers once again moving in. Another stealth field from Iridium is going to be attacked. And now the Tech 1 bombers moving in. Looks like they're going to target the Tech 2 power. So that's a really good idea. If you take out Tech 2 power, IridiumBLOWS is going to lose both of his shields, and that's where mobile missile launchers are going to do the most damage. It's a bit close. We do see Tech 2 flak coming out, Tech 2 power taken out. Should expect the shields to go down. ACU for Iridium once again forces mobile missile launchers back, and gestures from Yann completely negating the hoplites. So hoplites leaving home without flak pay the price. This is great stuff from Yann. But it looks like the shields held long enough, and Iridium is going to rebuild, but a couple of point defenses and mobile missile launchers are going to die. So Yann holding on to map control, but no Tech 2 mass extractor, so actually the mass output of Iridium should be fairly close to what Yann is able to produce. And Tech 2 flak now moving out. Some land. This Tech 2 flak needs a couple hoplite friends, and this could be a very balanced force. Iridium now going. Oh, this could be a very bad mistake for Iridium. He's getting hit by gestures. He's got flak coming out. Yann trying to follow him. Iridium 50 kills, 2,000 health. And Flag does his job. Saw those gestures just fall out of the sky. Iridium, though, really playing with fire there. Goes down to 2,000 health. Yann didn't follow. He got hit by a bunch of Tech 2 point defenses, retreated. Very difficult to kill. Kill a Tech 2 point defense base. Mobile missile launchers eventually will do it, but Iridium has been using his ACU very well to deny that possibility. One really good weapon against these, of course, is Tech 1 bombers. These only have 700 health, so 4 bombs will kill them, plus if they're all bunched up together. 4 Tech 1 bombers and 1 pass will deny the mobile missile launchers. We are seeing Tech 2 bombers, that's even better. 1 pass. Probably kill quite a few of these. It's a good idea from Iridium. Here, some more gestures. Gestures are extremely afraid of flak. Not too much health. At Tech 1 stage, they're absolutely deadly, but against Tech 2 anti-air, they really don't live very long, as we saw. Iridium really had those 2 flags, and all the gestures fell out of the sky. It's a whole bunch of bombers from Iridium. It looks like he's collecting them. And Wangers moving in. Oh, this is so close. Oh, Iridium goes down to 300 health. What a... Okay, so I questioned why there were Wangers there from Yann, and he nearly answered that question. Nearly caught Iridium napping. That was as close as it could have been. Iridium probably should have been dead. Tech 2 bombers from Iridium. Oh, that was a great move. All those Tech 1 planes flew over a bunch of flak. I'm not really sure why Iridium is attacking the ACU. Perhaps should attack the mobile missile launchers. Perhaps he thinks he might get the victory. Tech 2 bombers were, of course, a very key unit in the finals of the Worldwide People's Championship, where Iridium very well knows just how good they are. A bunch of jesters came in trying to finish the deal here on Iridium. Iridium needs flak immediately. I don't understand why he doesn't have flak. As Yann getting hit by Tech 2 bombers. Oh my gosh, okay. I'm gonna just say this, that Yann danced his way to victory in this one. I can't believe Iridium died underneath 2 shields to gestures while he had a Tech 2 land factory. He actually had flak elsewhere on the field. Yann should have died, and I think Iridium thought he won. And Yann just went ahead and killed. That's about as close as it gets, so great 39-minute game. Hope people enjoy this one.